Hello class, how are you today? Welcome to another learning opportunity. I am your teacher Laddie. Today we will be discussing about story elements. First, let me share with you the objectives of our lesson. At the end of the lesson, students are expected to A. Identify the story elements, B. Determine the parts of a plot, and C. Write a detailed description of a setting. To start our lesson, I have an activity for you. All you need to do is to arrange the jumbled letters according to their given meanings. Are you ready? Let's start. Let's do it. Before the activity, let me give you the direction. That is, arrange the jumbled letters according to their meanings. Let's start with the first word. Let me read its meaning. It is the central, general message or the main idea of the story. What is the correct answer? Great! The correct answer is theme. Next, it is the time and place during which the story takes place. What is the right answer? Have you seen setting? Excellent! Another, it is the organized pattern or sequence of events that make up a story. What is the correct answer? That's correct. Plot is the right answer. What about the next one? It's the person, animals, and things participating in a story. What is the correct answer? That's right. Character is correct. Keep it up. One more time. It is the dramatic struggle between two forces in a story. And the right answer is conflict. Excellent job. Next in line, it is the feeling that the author tries to convey throughout the story. What is the right answer? Did you say mood? That is correct. And the last one, it refers to who is telling or narrating a story. What is the correct answer? Have you seen point of view? Great! Thank you for your active participation. The arranged jumbled letters are connected to our new topic today, and that is the story elements. The story elements are 1. Setting. Number 2 is characters. Number 3 is plot, to be followed by conflict, point of view, theme, and mood. Setting is where and when of a story. It is the time and place during which the story takes place. Example, details that describe, we have the furniture, scenery, costumes, transportation, clothing, dialects, weather, time of day, and time of year. These are the functions of a setting. One is to create a mood or atmosphere. Second, we have to show a reader a different way of life. Another, to make action seem so real. And to be the source of conflict or struggle, to symbolize an idea. Next is the characters. That is the person, animals, and things participating in a story. Mind you, my dear students, that there are two kinds of characters. The first one is protagonist, and the second is the antagonist. The protagonist is the main character of the story, the one with whom the reader identifies. This person is not necessarily good. Second is the antagonist, is the force in opposition of the protagonist. This person may not be bad or evil, but he or she opposes the protagonist in a significant way. Next is the most important part of a story elements, that is the plot. Plot is the organized pattern or sequence of events that make up a story. Plot also is the literary element that describes the structure of a story. It shows arrangement of events and actions within a story. Now we can see on the illustration, the first part of a plot is the exposition, after which the rising action followed by the climax, and then the falling action, and then at the end we have the resolution. Now when we see exposition, it is the introduction of characters, setting, and conflict or problem are introduced, after which the rising action, that is the events that occur as a result of central conflicts. And then, the highest point of interest or the suspense of a story, which is the climax. After that, we have the falling action, in which the tension eases. Events show the results of how the main character begins to resolve the conflict. And the last is the resolution. Loose ends are tied up. The conflict is solved. We should understand, my dear students, that conflict is the dramatic struggle between two forces in a story. Without conflict, there is no plot. We should also understand that conflict is a problem that must be solved, an issue between the protagonist and antagonist forces. It forms the basis of the plot. Another one, conflicts can be external or internal. So external conflict outside force may be person, group, animals, nature, or a non-human obstacle. Internal conflict takes place in a character's mind. So now we are on the point of view. This refers to who is telling or narrating a story. So we have the first person point of view. It is a character from the story telling the story. Uses the pronouns I and me. The third person point of view, an outside narrator is telling the story. Uses the pronouns he, she, and thee. Mind you also, my dear students, that the types of third person point of view are the third person limited. That's the narrator knows the thoughts and feelings on only one character in a story. The third person omniscient, that is, the narrator knows the thoughts and feeling of all the characters in a story. Next, we have the theme. The theme is the central general message, the main idea, the controlling topic about life or people the author wants to get across through a literary work. Another one is to discover the theme of a story. Think big. What big message is the author trying to say about the world in which we live? What is the story telling me about how life works or how people behave? So next in line, my dear student, is the mood. We should understand that the mood is the feeling that the author tries to convey throughout the story. The atmosphere or emotional condition created by the piece within the setting. Thus, the author wants the reader to be frightened or sad? Or does the story make the reader laugh and think happy thoughts? To figure out mood, examine how you feel while reading the story. often mood is conveyed by the story's setting. Alright, so what are the story elements? We have setting, characters, plot, conflict, point of view, theme, and mood. Based from the study of the story elements, my dear students, I'm giving you an activity. I have here a picture, and in your own words, write a detailed description of the setting. Of our lesson, our assignment is to read and analyze a story entitled The Last Leaf by O. Henry and identify the plot of the story. I would like to say thank you to all of you for participating in my class. I hope that you learned something from this lesson. This is your teacher, Laddie, saying goodbye.